A man wins the lottery, and 48 hours later, he's dead. But the chain of events that led to it is almost impossible to believe. In 1993, a 47-year-old factory worker in Kentucky, named Thomas Wells, bought a $5 scratch-off ticket on his lunch break. He scratched it right there in the break room. $1.8 million jackpot. People cheered, he hugged co-workers, and that night, his win was on the local news. Thomas told reporters he was going to buy a new house, take his wife on a trip, and most importantly help his friends. One of those friends was a man named Gary, someone Thomas had known since high school. Gary called to celebrate and invited Thomas out for drinks. Witnesses say they toasted the win over and over. But after a few beers, Gary started talking about how he deserved some of the money because he'd been there for Thomas for years. Thomas laughed, thinking it was just alcohol talking, but Gary wasn't smiling. The next morning, Thomas didn't show up for work. That evening, his wife found him slumped in his truck outside a convenience store dead from a single gunshot to the chest. The police quickly zeroed in on Gary. In custody, Gary admitted he'd followed Thomas after the bar, confronted him about sharing the winnings, and when Thomas refused, he pulled the trigger. Gary's defense: he said Thomas owed him for being a loyal friend. He's now serving life in prison, proof that sometimes the worst thing you can do is tell the wrong person you're rich.